I'm sure you see it in every gym, and it's trainers. And are they qualified? Do they do a good job? Are they focused on their client? Are they on the phone? Are they just counting reps or whatever? And we see a lot of this in every gym. Now Gold's Gym has new people in because the gym over on Victory and Hollywood Way closed.
Oh, why was that?
It just went out of business.
Wow.
So I heard we have 200 new people in the gym.
Great.
And trainers. Now, sometimes there's more trainers than there are clients.
Yeah, and that can be, you can tell the dynamic changes with the trainers too, because it gets a little bit weird with them, and they get real competitive and gossipy.
Yeah. Back in the day, there were no trainers. Down at Gold's in Venice, Zabel Kozuski trained Elvis Presley, and Lou Ferrigno trained Michael Jackson.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Elvis, he would train at 2 in the morning underneath Monty's Steakhouse in Westwood. He'd get a limo over there, they'd pick him up, he'd go into the gym and come back. He's good friends with Elvis. So I didn't know anything about it until someone brought it up. And that's pretty cool because he was real quiet about it.
Yeah.
And then Isaac Hayes came to our gym, but he trained by himself. He didn't have a trainer. But, so there were no trainers back then. I'd have people ask me, how do you do this and how do you do that?
Yeah.
So we'd always help people out and say, this is how you do stuff. But I never thought about training to make money.
Yeah, people really, it's a big business. I think it's considered one of the 3 fastest growing businesses in America right now.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
You train people?
Yeah, I do. I started doing it more just on the side because friends of mine would keep asking, and then they would just go, I'll pay you, because I didn't have the time. Yeah. And I started just training for specialty type things, like if somebody had to be on a magazine cover or something.
Right.
Because I like it like that. And then people are really focused. They are coming to you because they really need something.
They need it, right.
But I don't like to train people. I don't try to train people that are just doing it to get in shape.
Yeah.
With that sort of a vague, sensation, because it ends up they resent you a lot. You're the bad guy. It's like going to the dentist, and I don't want to be forcing anyone to do anything like that. I want you to be enthusiastic about it, and I don't want to have to pump you up. I'm not that kind of trainer.
Pump you up, literally.
Literally pump you up. Yeah,
right.
I want to enjoy it too, and I'll do it all with you. I don't feel like I have to be the trainer that sits there and does what you said, which is sort of absently
But
the rest.
The only thing is, if you're working out with them, they're saying, we're paying you, but you're working out with us.
No, they love it. When I work out with them when it's getting hard for them. I don't do the whole workout with them.
Okay.
I'll run with them if they want to run, things like that. But I do observe it. I want to watch their form. It's a big deal to me that they have the right form. I don't want any injuries, and I also want them to feel like they could do it when I'm not there. I want them to have this as a lifetime sort of.
Well, the thing that I didn't like about it is that you'll wait and sometimes they don't show up.
Well, that's anything.
And they don't call. No, I know I'm going to lead there. And so my time was worth something to me. If I went at 6:30 in the morning, I had Daniel Baldwin, for example. He decided to go play golf.
Oh my God, that must have been interesting.
I said, why did I get up and come down here for nothing? And then he said, do I owe you any money? And he always paid me. That's not a problem. But my time was worth something to me. I had Gene Simmons from Kiss, and I had Chuck Negron from Three Dog Night. I had Jeff Goldblum. I've had some good people, and it was good money. But I never was quite sure if I should charge them in advance. Or charge them
the whole etiquette, huh?
Yeah, it's the whole etiquette thing. But a lot of people get paid up month, and if you don't show up, you keep the money.
That's what you should do, because for most people that is incentive enough. If they don't want to lose that money, and if they don't have the incentive still, then good. You still made your money.
Well, now I do it online. I have people around that call me and they want, can you train me online? I'll pay you
no kidding.
$200 for the month, and then I schedule the whole workout for the month, and I monitor it.
How do you monitor it for them?
They send me photos and they send me breakdowns of their weights and their diet and what they're doing.
I need to get that job.
That's not easy either. Because when you say $200 a month, they think, well, can you do it cheaper?
Yeah,
I said, look, what's the average rate nowadays? $65 an hour?
No, it's $100.
Is it $100 an hour? All right.
Yeah.
So if you're going to train 3 times a week, that's $300 a week times 4. That's $1,200 a month. I'm charging you $200.
That's nothing.
It's nothing.
That's
for all the years
nothing. I would do it in a heartbeat. Are you kidding?
Come on, that's nothing.
From you, an expert.
Then I've got wrestling out there in my backyard. I have a ring. People want to be professional wrestlers. I want to go to WWE. I want to be a superstar. What does it cost? Well, first of all...
Can you do that online?
No, they got to come here.
Okay.
So you got to live locally. You got to live there locally. You can't do it from a remote area.
Right.
And cost to learn how to be a wrestler is like going to school to become a plumber or a doctor or whatever. You shouldn't matter what your cost if this is what you want to do.
So what you do, this is your career.
So I tell them it's $50 a class. It's just 2-hour class. Can you give me a deal? I said, that is a deal.
That is a great deal.
$50? You can't afford $50 to become a career in wrestling when WWE's going to put $300,000 into you to put you on a show? Well, if you can't afford it, then don't do it.
Yeah,
but if you have a passion, it's nothing. When I started in '65, I paid $25 a lesson.
That's a lot.
I drove from Bakersfield to LA every day, 2 hours, 2 hours back, and beat up for 2 hours. So $25 was a lot of money.
Yeah, it was a ton of money.
And it's only double that now, like, 40 years later. So that kind of bothered me. And then training people in the gym, as we see, it can get boring.
It can get boring, and it's the same thing because a lot of people don't really want to change. They just want to feel like they're doing something.
Well, I haven't seen anybody change in this gym. They've had one guy training them, and I know you know him. He has a course of maybe 10 people, men and women.
Never change.
You go there, you go there, you go there, and they're still fat if not fatter.
And they don't seem to mind, though.
No, they don't care. They just keep paying them.
Yeah.
Just keep paying them.
Why not?
I see trainers talking on the phone. They're texting while the guy's working out. They're not paying, go over there and do this or over here. They're not paying attention to
Yeah,
anything.
they don't want to be doing it. This is a stepping stone. It's just another job.
Just give me your money.
Yeah.
And then when people come to me, I say, what do you do for a living? I'm going to be a trainer. Why?
I know, what, for a career. Career.
Why don't you be an actor too? And then why don't you try to win the lottery?
That's sad. That's what he thinks of trainers. No, I like it. I see the sort of the pitfalls of being a trainer. Like if you're really in love with it,
yeah.
I can see how you could enjoy it, but I see how it'd be really a hard thing to maintain because a lot of the people that get you or that hire you really aren't serious about it. No. So it becomes a sort of losing battle.
They want you to perform magic on them.
Yes. It's like surgery.
Turn me into magic, and I don't have to diet, and I don't have to show up every day.
Yeah, and they don't mind lying about their diets and then blaming you. Things like that. So,
trainers they got to be certified now. And the other thing that bothered me when I was training,
was that bad?
No, that's okay.
Okay, that's a good thing.
I'm just saying the thing I didn't like when I was training somebody is that the gym never charged me to train somebody. And in fact, they should give you a free month or your clients a free month because those clients are going to go buy stuff out of their pro shop.
Absolutely true.
So they want to charge you $300 a month to train somebody. Well, you already pay membership. This person you're training already pays membership.
Yes,
so you guys are members.
Now, what are they capitalizing on?
Why they charge you to give them a training course?
I agree.
Because they're already paying anyway.
And then now they make you be certified with the gym.
Right.
So now they're making money off of you even having that.
Right.
So it's crazy.
You bring new people in and you train them, you should be rewarded for bringing customers. Like car sales.
Percentage.
You're selling cars, you get a percentage. All right, you bring a new client, you get a percentage. Don't charge the guy for working out in the gym. He's already paying membership.
Well, that's another thing that I find odd is like the people that they actually have as the gym trainers that actually work out there and everything. The money that they get is so little compared to anybody else. It's like you make nothing if you belong to a gym as their trainer. The only thing it's good for is actually just getting you educated in some way or another. But you don't need it. No. You can do that as a lone person, sort of.
Right, and most of them don't know what they're doing anyway. They read a book and they think, okay, this is how you work out. They take the exam. You got to have experience. I mean, I've had 50s. No. You gotta know. Also, you also gotta get people to some degree. I really think that if you want to be successful at it, you have to understand people to some degree. Right. I've seen some trainers that have not because they were just so spectacular at the sport. Right. But generally, that was different. I mean, they were dealing with specialty clients then, you know. But generally, you have to have some know-how with customer service and with people. Yeah. If the other person's doing their homework, you're gonna have a good client. Yeah. I had a brother and sister years ago. He wanted to gain muscle and she wanted to lose fat. And they were very odd people. They came from a very odd culture that I never quite figured out. And I'm not sure as brother and sister that they weren't sleeping together because I had a feeling that
that's where his mind went.
Maybe they were. Anyway, he had a problem with some guy he wanted to beat up and he wanted to gain weight. And he was a nice guy. That's why he wanted to do this? I love that. He put on 25 pounds of muscle. He looked good. She lost 25 pounds of fat. She looked good. And they trained together with me. She had an eating disorder because she had to have something sweet, so she would buy big boxes with sweet and low and eat it with a spoon. Oh no, that just sounds bad. This would curb her sugar appetite. But she did get in shape. And then if that was her sugar high, then it was very good compared to what she could have been doing, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's sad. But I got her in such good shape that every guy in the gym started hitting on her. Nice. And then they quit. It worked. Then I never saw them again. And that's it. That's it. Well, I hope they watch this. Maybe they'll say hi. I wish they would, but that's pretty cool. It was an odd combination of people. Yeah. Brother-sister team? I got people that couldn't get in shape. I got people that I had one couldn't get in shape. They just didn't eat right. But I had one kid that was really skinny. He had heart issues. He was a friend of my son's, and I put 15 pounds of muscle on him, and he didn't even eat right. He would just eat chocolate all day long. But he actually gained 15 pounds of muscle. I don't know. I think that it's an anomaly. I think it depends on what you believe. I really do to some degree. Yeah. Because if you really think it's going to work and you trust your trainer and you're doing everything else perfectly, maybe the odds are you're changing your body style, you're changing what your body's used to doing. It's going to do something. I went to his house and trained him 3 times a week, and he actually gained muscle. Yeah, eating chocolate. Mm-hmm. I love it. And he was underweight. I love it. So I don't know. I mean, if you want to be a trainer today and you really feel you can do it, do it, but take a good interest in your client. Make sure they get good results because your results will bring other people back. Exactly. Don't take it to make money because you're not going to make money just doing it. Don't become a wrestler because you think you're going to make money because that's never going to happen. You're lucky to even get on a card in an indie show. So, and I hate to sound that way at my age, but I've been through it all. I know what it's like. Everybody calls and they say, I want to be a super bodybuilder like you guys were in the 70s. Well, you got to work at it. I get a call, I want to be a WWE superstar, but I'm 5'4" and I'm 106 pounds. I said, what? It's not going to happen. Look in the mirror, for God's sakes. Just be the best you can be. So, you train there, and you train in the ring, and you train in the gym, And then you got to do your homework at night with your diet, and that's the whole key.
So, and like you said, you got to really love it. You just got to decide that this is a game you love, and if you're doing it for that case, you're gonna be successful.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna be a millionaire, but you're gonna be successful. You have to parlay it into other things, though. I mean, you have to write a book or a nutrition guide or something, or an exercise program. You know?
Yeah, you have to have something to go along with it on the internet that you can sell.
And you can.
And there's a lot of people have approached me on my show about supplements, about they want to go into the supplement business, which is fine. But there's a ton of supplements out there. How do you pick the right one? I use bodybuilding.com a lot because their prices are
They're pretty good.
They ship overnight. You got a good selection. And I have my shirts on there as well, which do real well. But I don't know. I don't know how you pick companies nowadays. There's so many. Dave Draper has his own supplement line. I would trust him because he's been there, done that. He's one of the best in the world at one time, and I trust what he put into his supplements for sure. I remember he used to eat tuna out of a can, and he wrote a book, and he said, I get down to the bottom of the tuna can, and there's one little speck of tuna that hasn't been, and I get it with a toothpick and put it in my mouth.
Right.
That was 1 gram of protein extra I got.
Not letting that one escape, right?
No, it's funny. Well, okay, that's about it. So if you want to become a trainer, become one. But look around you and see what you got as far as competition. See where you're going to get your clients, because you got to line people up. You want them to be consistent. You don't want them to come 1 week and not miss the next. And you count your money. Let's just say I used to say, okay, I'm going to make $700 or $800 this week. By the end of the week, I made 2 because nobody showed up.
I know. But that's what we were talking about. Like, make sure you get a programmer set up where you have people purchase a pack of lessons, of training sessions in advance. That way, they are giving you money whether they arrive or not.
Non-refundable.
Okay. Non-refundable if you can make it be that way.
So hard for
people have a tendency to not be able to get up and get to the gym in time. Okay?
Exactly. And it's not your fault if you're there waiting.
Yeah.
Thank you, Noella.
Thank you, Rick.
And if you have any questions, write in and tell us what you want us to talk about, and we'll answer all your questions. And don't forget that I have the Gold's Gym logo that I personalize and draw for every one of you. If you want to order it off my website, rickdrasin.com, you'll see a little indication on here of how I drew it to put it together. And we'll see you all next time.
Thanks.
It's rickdrasin.com. He is the equalizer.